crushing 280-run win versus Bangladesh in Chennai. The squad for the second test versus Bangladesh in Kanpur has already been announced. So, the Indian squad for the second test in Kanpur, surprisingly, has got no changes whatsoever.
And why do you use surprisingly?
Because, I'll tell you why. The squad, which before I come to why I'm going to say it's surprising, I'll tell you the squad. What is it for it? Rohit Sharma, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, KL Rahul, Sarfaraz Khan, and there is Rishabh Pant, Dhruv Jurel, R. Ashwin, Ravindra Jadeja, Akshar Patel, Kuldeep Yadav, Mohammad Siraj, Akash Deep, Yash Dayal, and you want to know why is the reason that I'm surprised?
Jasprit Bumrah.
Jasprit Bumrah. There is no change from the squad that was announced in Chennai. It means that there is no rest for Jasprit Bumrah. In the Chennai test that you looked at it, he bowled a total of 21 overs. He bowled 10.1 and 11 in the first innings. So 21 overs overall, he picked up 5 wickets. Looked potent in the first innings, was potent in the second innings as well. But the main question is, are BCCI too confident now that Bumrah's injury woes are a thing of the past? Does he deserve a rotation of this kind of a thing? Because he already didn't play the Dulip. That is why the surprise is no rest for Jasprit Bumrah. So I'll now throw this debate open with Siddharth Gulati.
Yeah.
Do you think that Bumrah will take a rest in this home summer? One. Second, are his injury woes a thing of the past?
Okay.
Or third, are the BCCI erring by including Bumrah?
Okay, let's just go question by question. So your first question is that, is Bumrah going to play all matches of the home season that India have?
Which includes 2 tests, 1 test versus Bangladesh and 3 versus
New Zealand. That's going to take place. That are going to take place next month. Well, I think that I still strongly believe that Bumrah is not going to play all the matches. You can probably see him a part of the squad consistently, but that does not mean that he will play all the matches. There would be a rest. He can obviously, just go to the gym and prepare himself very well as far as the all-important Border Gavaskar Trophy is concerned, but then he can actually be a part of the squad and act as an unofficial mentor for the likes of Mohammad Siraj, Akash Deep and Yash Dayal, because remember, you need a plenty fast bowling resources for the Border Gavaskar Trophy also. It's a long tour, close to 40 days of tour, in fact, even more than that. So that's where I think his role becomes crucial. But the answer to your question is, I don't see him playing all the matches. Secondly, you said that, is the Bumrah injury thing of the past now?
Thing of the past, yeah.
Yeah, I would like to believe so. As a media person or even a fan also, I would really like to believe that, injuries are well past him. And even if, he suffers any kind of a minor injury in the future, let's just hope that, it doesn't keep him out of the Indian team for a long time. But for a fast bowler, and more importantly for a fast bowler like him who has more of a very unorthodox action, I think you can never really rule out any major injury. So I feel that, BCCI are very cautious about him. And that's what even Gautam Gambhir had also mentioned in his first press conference as the head coach of the Indian national cricket team, that the rest and the rotation policy is going to be for the fast bowlers, especially like Bumrah, who are obviously, once in a lifetime, once in a generational bowler. So I feel that BCCI would keep a keen eye on it. And let's see how things go, but I still feel that I would like to believe that those big injuries are past him. But then for bowlers like him, for bowlers who have those unorthodox actions, I think it's still difficult to predict. And the third question was?
The third question is, are BCCI taking a risk by including him?
Okay, I don't think so. It's necessarily a risk, because at the very same time, if it is about making yourself a more tougher athlete by doing all those strength and conditioning work with the likes of Soham Desai, if I'm not wrong, he is associated with the Indian team. So I think that can really happen being a part of the squad also. You don't necessarily have to play all the matches. So with Bumrah, that's the thing, that rest is key, more strength and conditioning is key. So if he remains with the squad, if he remains with the support staff, I think it would be more beneficial for him.
Okay, now the squad has been announced. But is he playing in the match in Kanpur? Because see, India might be tempted to go in with an unchanged 11.
Yeah.
But this is Jasprit Bumrah we are talking about. Plus, you've seen that Siraj also was not in top rhythm. Akashdeep looked okay, but his fielding was very poor in Chennai.
Yeah.
Do you think Bumrah will play in the Kanpur Test, or do you think Yash Dayal might get a debut?
I personally don't think that Bumrah will feature in the Kanpur Test, because having him in back-to-back home test matches is obviously a great idea, because any series is crucial for India going from here on, and you would want to win all of your matches heading into the Border Gavaskar Trophy. But then what I would really like to do is that, give him a break for the Kanpur Test and then have him for the opening test against New Zealand, which is going to be obviously a 3-match series. So maybe, playing him back to back might just be a bit of an injury concern. And had it not been for the Border Gavaskar Trophy, I would have definitely featured him in this match.
I think he will play.
Okay.
He will play for 2 reasons. One, you yourself mentioned that maybe the BCCI are confident about Bumrah's fitness holding up.
Yeah.
Number 1.
But I also said that, there is always a risk with the bowlers who have unorthodox action.
Okay. Now, crucial WTC points are at stake. So, you don't want to rest your gun bowler at all times. Okay?
Exactly.
2 tests if he plays. Okay. Supposing 27th it begins, right? The test match ends on October 1. He's got a 15-day break still in between the New Zealand and the India series. You're not going to have a 1-week camp all over again. You're already into test match rhythm. You'll get a 2-week break afterwards. 16 to 20th, 28 to, then you look at it, 24 to 28th, 1st to 5th. Those are the 3 days. In that, I agree, in the New Zealand test, one of the tests he may take a break.
Yeah.
Maybe it could be the Mumbai test, it could be the Bengaluru test, or it could be the Pune test. After that, he's got a 3-week break anyways for BGT.
Yeah.
So why would you want to rest him, then play 1-2 tests, then again rest him? Because you will need a fit and firing Bumrah for at least 4 out of the 5 tests in the BGT.
Yeah.
So, because there is a big turnaround time now, today is the 23rd. Today is the 22nd, sorry. You don't play your next test for 4 more days.
Yeah.
So, you got an additional break. You don't play another test match after Kanpur for 15 days. Then you can rest him in one of the New Zealand tests, because the turnaround time isn't that great.
Exactly.
Then you've got a big turnaround time for the BGT. So, I think he will play, and I think Yash Dayal will have to wait for his debut then.
True.
If that's the case. But then, are you expecting any changes in the playing 11 for the second test? Then?
Yeah, I think I'm just expecting one change. So obviously my playing 11 would be Rohit, Jaiswal, Gill, Kohli. Then you have KL Rahul. I think he should be given, more chances at that, number 6 spot. Obviously Pant is 5, Rahul is 6, Jadeja 7, Ashwin 8. Then you'll have Akashdeep, Siraj, or I think Kanpur usually tends to, assist the spinners there. So maybe, I think just maybe, it's obviously an early call, because still there haven't been any reports about the Kanpur track. So I'll have only one change, assuming that, it offers spin. I would have Akshar Patel ahead of Jasprit Bumrah. And if it really offers, it's going to be a green track, there is something in it for the bowlers, then a debut for Yash Dayal.
Then a debut, but you are believing Bumrah isn't playing?
Absolutely. So a spinning track, Akshar ahead of Bumrah. You have a more pacey track, a juicy track, then you will have more than likely a Yash Dayal debut.
That's a tough call. Yes, if it's an ideal situation, then it's the situation set for Yash Dayal making his debut.
True.
But resting Bumrah yet again, I think you are risking an injury more if you are stop-start playing him. If he plays 2-3 tests, why? By the way, what is the harm? If he plays for 3 consecutive tests, he rests in Pune, plays in Mumbai, he'd at least show you that, okay, I've played 4 out of the 5 tests. It's at least a warm-up for a 5-test BGT.
Yeah.
So that is why I think it'll be a risk if you rest Bumrah at this point. So that's the main news that we are giving you, that India's squad is the same. There is no rest for Jasprit Bumrah. But whether he will play in the playing 11, that is another debate altogether. We'll build up to that as we go on. Right now, India have announced their squad. Let's see what is the playing 11 like at Green Park for the second test versus Bangladesh. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.